welcome to the Yapisode. This may seem like the most average Reddit video on the channel, but today what we're gonna do is we are going to only review big topics or big ideas for Brawl Stars. Also, we are getting very close to 1 million subscribers, and if you're not gonna subscribe for me, then at least do it for Igor. He needs kitty food, otherwise he will perish. Isn't that right? The first post, this is why nobody plays the game anymore, 6 days ago. I don't know if I've reviewed this already, but I don't even know what this character is. I feel like it's from Dragon Ball or something. I'm gonna be way off on that guess. But I think the main point of the post is Buzz Lightyear. I've already talked about this character way too much, but there is more about Buzz Lightyear that we're gonna go into later. I see this type of post like every month or two saying that they need to stop reusing abilities, but anytime I see that, I always think we gotta take a step back. Why should an entire archetype be locked to one brawler? Now this one's talking about specifically his gadgets, but I think that as long as the ability is worse than the original, then it's fine as a gadget. I think that Kit's cardboard box was way too powerful, and in general I think that there needs to be some kind of requirement for a gadget to be activated if it's like supposed to be copying a super. As for Kit's cardboard box, I think it would have been fine as is if you had to be in a bush before you could activate it. Lily's vanish, I'm not sure what that requirement should be. Maybe they should start adding unique requirements to the game. Like maybe in order to activate vanish, Lily has to use her super on a brawler, or vanish could replace her super with the vanish gadget, so then you can't activate it over and over again. We've seen plenty of gadgets that completely change main attacks, much like this one right here. Now Meeple stole Sprout's wall, but it's like a worse but also better version of Sprout's wall. Not only can Meeple shoot straight through it with the super, but it's huge. It boxes them in no matter what, as long as you place it properly. Sprout's doesn't do that. It just blocks off a choke point. Meeple's wall is pretty much better than Sprout's in every way, besides the fact that it only lasts like 2 seconds. It's to the point where in the Brawl Talk, I thought that this was a second super, so maybe they should make Meeple require super in order to use this gadget. I'm not sure. That might make it too bad, but yeah, I don't think that we should not reuse abilities in this game. I think that MOBAs always need multiple brawlers who do similar things in different ways. It's just that a lot of them are too similar at the start, and then they have to change them over time to make them less similar, especially in the form of a gadget. Like if the gadget's almost as good as a super, then what's the point of the original brawler having that super in the first place? Okay, this is a feature that a lot of people are skeptical about. Trading skins. I think this could only work in one way, and that way is kind of similar to Clash Royale, where you request something in specific and then you give away one of like 5 different things, and if the other player who's accepting the deal has that thing, then they can select it and confirm it. And I think that might be the only way that this could work, because people would try to scam kids like crazy. I think it would have to be like completely on purpose, that the person who is accepting the deal sees what they're doing, 100% knows what's happening, and then like triple confirms to go through with it. If that's not how it is, people are gonna get scammed, people are gonna freak out, and it's just not gonna be a worthwhile feature. But yeah, shout out to Salaj for the idea and the cool UI. This should be bannable. Power 1 in the Mega Tree. It's not ranked, so I don't really see why this should be bannable. Like, if anything, they should just not allow it, but they do. Do you guys think every temporary mode like this should have a level cap so then people cannot troll? Because like the thing is, with that update they did where they made powers more useful, level 1 to like level 6 brawlers became exponentially more useless. Even if you're not trying to throw by picking a low level brawler, you just are. Like chances are you're gonna be literally 75% less useful than everybody else on your team or every other brawler that you could have possibly picked. Not only do you have like a quarter of the stats that everybody else has, but you don't have a gadget, you don't have a star power, you don't have gears. Like that is a huge power discrepancy, and I just don't see the point of ever picking a brawler that's low level. Ever. I said that Buzz Lightyear would make a return in this video, and here he is. The best teams in Brawl Stars is triple Buzz Lightyear with 1.8 million wins recorded recently. I think that's so funny. Oh, and then there's also Shade and 2 Buzz Lightyears, and then 5 Buzz Lightyears. Every single team on the top 10 in terms of wins recorded has at least 2 Buzz Lightyears, and I'm surprised that number 4 has Mortis. That is, I guess, a common pick, so that's why it happened. But yeah, Buzz Lightyear has a 22% use rate and everybody else has like 3% or less, but Buzz Lightyear's win rate is 64.9% because the enemy team also always has a Buzz Lightyear, so most of the time he's just going even. It is time to go. Was I a fun brawler? No, you ruined the freaking game. Yeah, he's still here for another 2 months, boys. We are stuck. I just feel like adding something this detrimental to the ladder doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because that is the main place where people play the game. And if that one feature makes the ladder worse just for the average player, it's going to hurt the game. There's really no way around it. It is going to negatively affect the game. I feel like at first, a lot of people would pick the brawler, but then as soon as they get bored of it after like a few days of the brawler being broken or annoying, or at least like a week later, the game is going to suffer because of it. Could be wrong though, because the average player is at like, I don't know, 10,000 trophies and probably plays the game extremely casually. So the average player is probably just playing Buzz Lightyear for 2 months straight. Maybe. That could be wrong. Yeah, the Buzz Lightyear hate is going absolutely nowhere. I hate Buzz, pitchforks, not Lightyear. Happy pitchforks. Guys, I think I'm traumatized and it's just Buzz Lightyear and like Target. Finally, I can stop playing this annoying brawler because they got the title. Like, nobody likes Buzz Lightyear, even the people who play him. That's just the effect of when a brawler comes out way too powerful. But I think the fact that he's temporary just made this so much worse. 7 days ago, good news, y'all. Buzz Lightyear is finally getting nerfed. Yeah, they did a lot to Saber mode, but I still feel like that wasn't enough. I think every mode just needed some type of like damage nerf. Most valid review I've ever seen. The base game is pretty fun, but every event is a massive hit or miss. The current Toy Story event missed by 23 nautical miles. It's nearly impossible to play any character that isn't the limited time Buzz Lightyear who's stupidly broken. He's every character in one, but without any of the flaws. Did you want to have fun? Did you want variety? Want to try a new level 1 character? Oops, now you're asking to lose. This review could improve later on, but right now this event sucks. 292 people found this helpful. Much like the caption says, it's valid. The game, for me, not very playable. It is what it is. How did these maps even make the cut? So in one of my last Reddit videos, I saw somebody recreating most of these maps. I still have not seen any of them. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe they're in ranked, or I'm just missing every single time they're in rotation and ladder. But especially the one on the bottom left, that one is curious to me. It looks like a bounty map. I haven't even seen gameplay online anywhere about any of these. The one on the top left, obviously you need to pick brawlers who can go over water. That's like what this map was made for. It's a heist map though. So Daryl could also work pretty well. The middle map, just play throwers and assassins. That's pretty much it. Top right map, I don't even know, bro. It's like Snake Prairie, but water brawlers work. I mean, the bottom right one doesn't look that bad. It's just like the average gem grab map. Point is, I haven't seen any of these yet. I think I'm losing my mind. Final topic of the video. So after a few months, do you like the new trophy system? I personally think it's fine so far. I have noticed that around the like 500 to 800 trophy range, most enemies are actually horrible. It seems like they're all new players. I'm saying this because I've been playing duels for the last few videos at that trophy range, anywhere from like 600, 800, near 900-ish. It's all the same. They seem like they don't even know what the game is. Some of them are actually brand new to the game, which was a little bit surprising to see. But then as soon as I go to 1000, obviously that's when things change. Everybody is just good at the game. It's a big difference. So let's see what the comments think. Good trophy system, bad matchmaking. I got 60k. I always get matched with 2 to 10k people. Just why? So this is my enemies, but they could also be your teammates when you're playing at low trophies. And the reason for this is that maximum account trophies no longer matter. I think it was really bad when they did matter because that type of skill-based matchmaking is just not good. So I'm really glad that they removed that. I hope they don't add it back. But yeah, it could mean that you get some like lower trophy players on your team. Let's see this comment. It sucks for us tryhards as well because we're trying to play, but we keep on losing due to having 15 to 20k players on our teams when we're playing 700 to 900 trophy brawlers. See, the thing about this is if you play any mode where you're alone, where you don't have to rely on your teammates as much, you're gonna steamroll because the enemies are also these bad 15 to 20k players. So in some ways it's like too easy, and in other ways it's too hard. Does that make it go even then? Maybe. I would take this over the old system any day. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. If you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Have a good night.